there. If you're seeing this video on YouTube, it is because of the generous support of my patrons. They allow me to create extra content and release snippets and previews of it to you at a later date. I wanted to take a moment and thank all of them, past, present, and future. Here are some of their names. But just even if they are listed here or not, they have all allowed me to do this work and put these videos out to you free of charge. So a moment of gratitude for patrons. And if you're interested in getting Reiki classes, more exclusive content, things like that, there is a link in the description box below, and we'd love to have you. Thanks, and enjoy this session. Hey there, and welcome to your Reiki session. I am Bre, and I go by Tip of the Moon, and I am an energy healer, Reiki master teacher, tarot card reader, and content creator. So welcome. Today our intention for this session, which is longer, is going to be peace of mind, and really hoping to quiet those intrusive thoughts like anxiety and self-doubt that kind of creep their way in, and hopefully find a much calmer mental space. This is a longer session, so any tools or crystals I am using today, I'm going to introduce them as we go. So if you are ready to start, find somewhere comfy and we'll begin. I'm going to bring in a little incense to start us off. This one I've had a while, so sorry, it's got some incense soot on it. But this is a lavender incense, which is always so peaceful. So bringing in a little incense here to start. Not only does it kind of bring in some scent and different energies, it's a good way to sort of cleanse this space that I'm using here physically and energetically, cleansing you. And we also like it as a good time in the beginning of a session to just bring your mind into this sacred space that we're carving out, into this energy sort of bubble that you can step into, and just being very intentional about that. Especially when our mind is overwhelmed with distracting thoughts, intrusive thoughts. It's good to kind of be as mindful as we can. And so as we are stepping into this space, to perhaps take a moment, if you can, to just be present. And then we can allow ourselves to drift away, but just kind of bringing yourself here for a second. Take a few deep breaths with me if you can. A nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. And in. And out. One more. Deep breath in. Long out breath. And whenever we are sort of consciously checking in on our breath, or taking just even 2 to 3 breaths intentionally, we're bringing ourselves into this present moment. We are sort of reminding our mind that we have a little bit more control. It doesn't get to choose all of our attention. We can kind of take back the reins for a moment. Just really settling in here if you can, getting cozier. Checking in on your body and how any places that you're holding stress, tension, maybe your posture is kind of strange. Trying to balance and align your body as much as possible so that as you start to relax or fall asleep, you fall asleep in a balanced position. One of the biggest detractors of my peace of mind is when my body feels sore. When I sleep weird and I've got a crink in my neck, I literally cannot concentrate all day. So taking a moment to check in with our comfort and our body, being intentional and guarding our peace here. A little bit more, coating that up and over your aura as well, making sure that you're feeling quite cleansed and present as much as we can. Beautiful. So I have a little singing bowl that I wanted to use, and I wanted to use this to help attune us to a different frequency. When we're having overwhelming thoughts and our mind is cluttered, a lot of times it can feel like an earworm, like something just stuck on repeat. So we want to kind of attune to a different frequency to bring in a little bit of a different earworm, whatever you want to call it. Just bringing this around your aura, allowing you to hear it at different volumes and really immersing ourselves in a different frequency of thought. shaking off anything that doesn't align with our purpose, which is peace of mind. It's trying to drape you in these sound frequencies, allowing yourself to heal. It's like we're teaching our mind a different kind of song. I'm pulling this sound frequency along our energy column from the top all the way down. Beautiful. So the first stone I'm going to use tonight is a piece of golden mica. And you can see it's kind of a thin, flaky sheet, and mica is like a family, I think, of stones or silicate minerals that are described by that flakiness, that metallicness. You've probably seen this in other stones. I use it for some scraping while I talk about it. And humans have been using mica since like prehistoric times. We've been adding its sparkliness to paints and decorating clothes. And it has this sort of almost like creative spark. It has a little bit of this effervescence to it, sort of champagne energy to kind of add a little glitz, a little glam. Take the mundane up a level. But it also is very similar to lepidolite in that it is calming and relaxing with a little bit of champagne sparkle to it. So it's very cozy, chill vibes, like a special spa day. It's So just cleansing through your energy. Sort of scraping off anything that doesn't align with this piece. And I'm gonna do a little bit of plucking and cutting with this, trying to remove any stress. Just pulling and scraping that off. Any of those intrusive thoughts. Pulling, releasing, hopefully starting to quiet some of the thoughts. Plucking, pulling, removing. Mica is one of those stones, when I look it up, I get a lot of different qualities from book to book and source to source, and there's definitely some overlying similarities. But I think what's interesting about Mica is it has that reflective mirror quality, and so I think that as different people work with it, they are mirrored back a little bit of different energy. And so as we are clearing away some of the easy stuff, we're plucking and pulling any stress by just giving ourselves this little time, removing any of the easier stuff. We're seeing a little bit of that reflection of what really is maybe going on, what is some underlying causes for us personally. What's left behind. Okay, so that's some golden mica, and hopefully you can see it all the way around. Mostly just like a wedge of flaky stuff, and you can see it leaves a little bit of mica glitter on my hands as well, because it's very delicate. I wanted to bring in Kunzite next, and Kunzite's got that little bits of lithium, or that kind of almost, I think it's in the same family as the mica as well. Very silvery, very bright mineral. And I love this piece of Kunzite. It reminds me of a Jolly Rancher. And Kunzite has this love, soft, it's very sweet, like cotton candy clouds. And it really has a sort of uplifting, like cheer you up, good time, sweet. And so we're just kind of lightening the load a little bit too, finding our peace through just general uplift, sort of a cheery vibe. Pulling this through your aura, softening. Bring this all down and through the energy body, making sure we're lightening everything. Releasing heaviness from the body and our emotions and our spirit, trying to engage with all the different ways that we can be more peaceful. Peaceful in the body, peaceful in our mind. Sweeping this through the upper chakras, the crown, the third eye, the throat. Hopefully clearing out the mind's eye, our expression. Sometimes being more peaceful with our words allows us to live a more peaceful existence. We get into less dust-ups when we're clear and calm and peaceful in our expression. Bringing this into the heart and solar plexus as we move about the world, allowing ourselves to be lighter in our hearts, lighter in our will, a more easygoing. Bringing peace down the body. Every time I touch this stone, I get a picture in my head of like pink fluffy clouds, like sunset clouds. You'd have to be in a horrific mental state to not see a sunset cloud and not be like, oh, wow, yeah, that's good. There's something, no matter who you are on earth, so uplifting about a sunset. Kind of stops you in your tracks for a minute. People that never take photos suddenly are trying to get out their phone, capture that beauty, and we want to just kind of lay that same energy in to our body. Feel like coated in a sunset. Kunzite, a very lovely, beautiful stone actually. It would be such a nice stone to have in a necklace, like a really beautiful piece. Okay, I have some Danburite. You can see it's quite sparkly. It has these little lines throughout it. Similar almost looking to quartz, maybe here, but it has a different texture and quality to it. And Danburite is so beautiful at connecting us to higher realms. It brings in this truth and this trust and wisdom. Really high vibrational stone. And we're going to use this just opening up our crown, opening up our third eye, and bringing in a little bit of that divine connection. There is so much peace of mind that we can have and find for ourselves when we open up to trust and faith in the universe, in divine miracles, and all of those really inspirational thoughts. And absolutely, you can wake up tomorrow and not believe in those things, but just for a moment, allowing yourself to sort of connect with something higher that things might have purpose and wisdom, intelligence and truth. And just allowing that to come into your energy body for a moment. Just drawing that down. And give it sort of like a starfall coming down into the body, a spark of magic and inspiration, giving us peace, banishing any intrusive thoughts, anxieties, fears, self-doubt. There is nothing to stand in the way of this starlight as it enters our energy body. Allowing ourselves to be bright from the inside. Allowing us to shine with that sort of starlight brilliance. We really want to fill ourselves up. That star beam by star beam, we are filled with this sort of twinkling brightness. We radiate that starlight. We don't have one moment to waste with unwanted thoughts as we are filled with brightness. We are inspired, creative, calm, focused. Our spirits feel nourished, releasing aches. I'm channeling in lots of Reiki as well. He helps us heal those wounds that led us here to begin with. Help us find ways to integrate those lessons. And making sure you're completely filled with starlight, that your crown is open and flowing, that you receive that divine and sacred connection. So that is a piece of Danburite. Such a really bright and brilliant energy to it. It's going to bring in some Dendric Opal, and this is a personal stone of mine, and I really love carrying it as a pocket stone. It has this nice kind of willpower to it. And I want to use this to make sure that we are connecting with our will, that we're not just allowing people to take away our peace. We want to have a little bit more strength to make our peace or protect our peace from others. Opals are stones of great magic. They teach us how to transmute energy. And so we want to make sure our will is set with this intention, that we will keep our peace of mind, that we will not allow distracting thoughts to interfere. We will set aside space and time in our life to rekindle and find peace. Sometimes you have to really make time for that. Nice downtime to clear your thoughts. And we want to imprint that intention onto our energy body. It's like a do not disturb sign for our energy, keeping others perhaps at bay, so we don't even have to tell them. And charging our energy field, outer energy field, that if people wander into it, that they feel that same peace. So as soon as they approach, they feel a little bit more calm and perhaps engage with us more calmly, keeping that peace. making sure that's truly rooted in your energy. So that was some Dendric Opal, and you can tell it's Dendric for all those sort of branching lines that are throughout the stone. So we just did a lot of different stones, and I wanted to take a moment to sort of integrate all of that energy a little bit so everything feels cohesive, structured. So just bringing in waves of Reiki energy as it is. Reiki is already so peaceful, hence why people use Reiki for sleep. So just allowing some of that to flow. Channeling it through. And integrating all the energy in your body that we just added. Just layering it all over your energy body. Down the back. Around the sides. Okay. So I feel like that's cohesive, peaceful as I can get you. And I wanted to finish us up with, it's maybe hard to see, it is a Sardonyx point, which has like a little bit of clear, but I think it'll just show up black here. But Sardonyx has a lot of strength and power and most importantly protection in it, and really bringing this in to sort of give us a little spiky exterior, a little more than that do not disturb sort of exterior. Like this, we want to protect your peace. We didn't just bring peace of mind and then send you out there to have it destroyed. So bringing in Sardonyx, and this is, it's a name given a stone that has onyx and carnelian in it. So it has that nice protection and grounding of the onyx and that strength and power and sort of fiery passion of carnelian. And so drawing in little spikes or sentries, little protective exterior. Kind of like drawing on little cactus spikes, little prickly things that keep unwanted energies away. Ancient Roman soldiers would often have necklaces or pendants with sardonyx, though most likely it wasn't the exact same kind of stone. They probably were just using dark carnelians, but they would carry these sardonyx and they would engrave the god of war, Mars, on them. And they were meant as talismans of protection and courage. And so today, anointing you with a little bit of that sardonyx, martial strength and courage. As you're out in the war zone of the grocery store and the workplace, I want you to put your hand to your throat and remember that you have been anointed with protection and courage. Perfect. I think that feels hopefully a little bit more peaceful, a little more guarded, a little bit more protected from those unwanted energies. So a little sardonyx point, and it's hard to see here, but it does have a kind of a swoop of carnelian, which is sort of clearish. Well, thank you so much for joining me in this session and trusting me with your energy. I appreciate you showing up and allowing this time together. And if you enjoyed this session, here are some of the ways that you could support my channel. My patrons are the ones that allow me to make all these videos and have this time to create this space for you. So thank you so much, and I appreciate all of you so much.